Hello dreamers, welcome back to the Mystic Hawk YouTube channel. We are just about 1 week away from the biggest portal of this year, and that portal is the beginning of the astrological new year, which is the spring equinox, going to happen on the 31st of March. Coming up. So a lot of you want to know, what is a portal? What are you talking about? I mean, some may know what it is and others may not. And a portal is basically a gateway, a doorway, or this rip in our veil. And what the veil is, a lot of people say the veil is thin, like around Halloween, equinoxes, during eclipses, solstice, all of those times are when we say that's when the veil is thin. And that means that's where our veil, what we have over us, where we can only see from the inside of the veil. Okay, there's the inside of the veil, and it's covering our eyes, and it's reflecting back to us just our reality as we understand it, based on our belief systems, based on what we've already experienced, this, that, and the other. Okay, so this is how we see the world. Now, when that veil thins, that means our perception opens up and we're able to recognize and perceive and take in all these different realities that were there all along, layered over layer over layer of different realities that were there all along. And when the veil thins, we begin to see a few of these other dimensions, these other layers, other timelines, other realities that have been going on all along, all around us. For example, if you see, those of us that sometimes will see a ghost or an apparition, that's when the veil is thin, and we are able to see through, maybe even like see through some really thin fabric or something, be able to see through to the other dimension. Of course, that being whether they're a ghost or an interdimensional being, or an ET, whatever, all of the above, however you want to look at it, they see themselves as perfectly solid or perfectly whole. But because we're looking through that mesh-like fabric, even though the veil is thin, we can see through it, but it's still very opaque and we don't get the whole picture. But we do have an awareness of something very different. And that's where the portal keeper comes in. The portal keeper teaches us about all of these different realities on the very edge of what our perception is. And the first thing we have to know about the portal keeper is, what is a portal? So this equinoxes coming up is one of these portals that's opening up, and it's the new astrological year. So that means this is going to be for a whole cycle of 1 year. I actually got this card 1 year ago, and if any of you actually watched my premiere, you had the misfortune of watching the awful premiere. I did delete that, because look, I had this note front and back about the portal keeper. That's what I think about that. I don't work that way. Trying to fiddle with that computer and everything, I'm just going to set up my phone and get it done, right? That's a new way of doing things. That's how I'm going to restart things, because I'm not going to take those exits anymore, those bad exits. And what I mean by that, I do want to tell the story, because it does kind of go along with the portal keeper. So we're knowing there's this doorway. It's like a stargate, whatever you want to say. The veil is thin. So here's the portal keeper, and one of the things I realized when I picked it last year, what I didn't know then is what I do know now, is we really have to be in the highest vibrational state. Now, we've heard that all along. I've known that. I've listened to all kinds of laws of attraction, manifestation videos, and all of that kind of stuff. And it works. It does. It absolutely works. I'm not saying it doesn't. But the reason it works is because when we're vibrating higher and that veil is thin, the entities, the high vibrating entities on the other dimensions, will line up with us. We will become in alignment with them and be able to ascend up to their level. They'll be able to reach back down and meet us halfway and pull us up. Now, if we're coming with the starting point, as Dolo or Uriel would say, the starting point, where we come with our mind and our heart and our mind. If our emotions and our mental, what we're believing or our mental state of mind isn't in the most positive place, if we're focusing more on fear or more on the past or how we don't want things to be, or saying, I really need something very desperately, I need something to change, let me do the law of manifestation. Well, that actually is a lower vibration. And because we're in a lower vibration, when the veil is thin, entities that are in these lower vibrating, lower fourth dimensional, third dimensional entities, are actually lower fourth dimensional entities, they will be able to attach to us, and they're more like parasites, leeches, vampires. They really feed off of our fears, our sadness, our despair, our feelings of separation in the world. So, and they will bring you down like crabs in the barrel and drain you. So one of the ways we know that we're aligning to a higher vibrating timeline, and that's one thing we really want to do coming up March 31st, is make sure that we're locked and loaded onto the right future self. And our future self is someone that is going in the direction that we would like to be in. So I will connect that to my future self 1 year from now. Just like 1 year ago, I picked this card. 1 year from now, I'll meditate on this card, whether I pick it or not, so that I can pull myself into that more ideal future. Okay, so I'm already playing this game with myself. My future self is now watching this video a year from now. Okay, that's the deal. So you can make the same deal with yourself. It can be this card, or it can be any other object or situation or a place you like to go to in nature, and go and sit in that same place. That is a way to connect with your future self, to connect with that target, with that reference point that we need in order to line up on that right trajectory and that right path, so we don't end up on one of the lower timelines and get back in that old karmic cycle. This is how we get onto a new timeline toward our ascension in a new earth. Okay, so it's very important that we do line up, and when we meet the portal keeper, we have the right coordinates. We have the right thing. Like in the stargates, you have to have 7 different coordinates to be able to go to a location. So we have to have the right information so he can send us to the right place. Okay. And how are these portals, where do they come from in the first place? How they're created, where they exist? Well, we create them every day when we dream, when we go into dream time, daydream, meditate, do yoga, breathing exercises, dancing, drumming, hanging out in nature, all of those things. Sometimes daydreaming, like when we're riding down the road. And that's kind of one of the stories I did tell in the last video. I will bring forward in this one. It's like, I used to, once upon a time, would do readings for all the sun signs. It would take a tremendous amount of focus and energy, and constantly having to mess with my ancient old computer. And I mean, my computer is like 9 years old, so that's why the video is not so great, because I was trying to run through too many things through it. But anyway, by the time I get it all set up, it just takes a long time. And as the light changes, I have to change it for every video. Anyway, long story short, it was very draining for me to do those 12 videos, as opposed to taking that energy and using it towards something that it is more in alignment with what I'm doing today. Okay, that was something that I did in the past. So I explained it like I'm driving down on the Mystic Hawk energetic highway, and I'm flying down the road, and I'm kind of off in my own daydream land. When you're driving, like you're driving to work or something, you don't really pay attention. You just do it out of habit. You don't have to think about where you're going. You know all the turns and all that stuff and all the shortcuts if the traffic's bad. But anyway, I'm on the freeway and I'm used to taking this exit. That's those 12 sun sign exits. And I go to take the exit. I get 2 readings in and I'm like, oh no, oh shit. And I just veer back onto the freeway, boom, 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 going over the little, the little, meridians and all those things that make the sound when we go off the road, that kind of thing, and cars honking. I get back on the freeway and I keep going, because if I had taken that exit, that's one of those clover leaf exits that take you windy around. You can't get back on that freeway very easily, and you end up going all the way around the town again before you can get back to that exit and back to that starting point and keep going. Okay, so I almost went back a whole year on that cycle, and what has happened is I really enjoy interacting with you guys when I do the 12 sun sign readings. However, it takes away from the other information that I can be bringing you. Not only that, from the time it would take me to list more crystals and get those out for you guys. And by the way, thank you, every one of you that has purchased a crystal, you know, a reading, even left donations. I appreciate it. All of that goes into going to get more crystals. Speaking of, I have a really cool one, and I'm just going to hold them up and show them to you. This is my latest rocket ship. This is from the Ancestor Mine. It does come with a little piece of selenite plate to set it on, but I have it all wrapped up, so I'm not going to get it out right now that it sets up on. Check it out. You see that little guy in there? That's the alien inside. So it has a little guy in the spaceship, and this main crystal is double terminated, and this came from a mine where all of the tailings pile, so a lot of little crystals and chips, they all fuse together because crystals keep growing over time. There's a little dirt in there, but that's what makes that guy in the back, so I didn't want to scrub it too clean. And look how beautiful and clear and perfect it is. I believe this is an Isis point. Actually, one of them might be a channeling point. I can't really see in this light, but this is a really amazing, one of a kind. There's no other one like this in the world. I absolutely promise you, you will never find another crystal like this. So it is on Mystic Hawk Crystals on Etsy. And I have another really cool one right here. This is what I call the Lemurian Step Crystal. And one of the things that's amazing, it has an 8-face grounding face here, 2 time link windows, and a channeling window. So you can channel and ground. Talk about needing to channel and ground. This is a wonderful, wonderful meditation crystal. Will help you get in alignment and get ready to go through that portal. So this one is also available. I just listed it. That's one of the things that I use my energy for. And hey, if I happen to be triggering you, I even have a trigger crystal. Check it out. It's in the shape of a little gun. So this really helps if anybody does energy work, you need to work on some triggers. This one is available. See if I can get it to show you. There we go. Oh no, it dropped. It's okay. It went off on the floor. There it is. The point's still good. But anyway, this is one of the reasons why I don't like to handle them too much once I get them listed, but it was just so much easier just to pull them out of the packages and show you. So I have a little trick. And I want to also remind people that I have these Selenite necklaces. These are really powerful. I wear mine all the time. I call them my heart shield. Really great for keeping you calm, getting rid of anxiety, and the negative energy. So much of it's flowing around, so much fear. This really helps to diminish that fear, negativity, energy, and they're pretty cute too. So there we go. So there's my spiel. Okay, that didn't take too long. I love crystals. I can't help but talk about them. And if really they do help you to get in alignment, so you can go through the portal and get to that future reality that you really want to get to. Now, how are they created? Like I said, we can create them through our own pineal gland, through the breathing, meditation, yoga, however you do any of that. And they're also found at vortexes like Sedona, Machu Picchu, even the crystal vortex here in Arkansas. It's very powerful, actually. And around those vortexes, many portals open up. The veil is really thin, and that's why, especially here in Arkansas, a lot of people say, we see Bigfoot. You know, we've actually had TV production companies come down, try to catch Bigfoot, set up cameras, can't ever catch him. Well, one of the reasons is they exist in that other reality, literally an overlay. So they're probably following the guys around, watching exactly where they're putting the cameras, going, I guess I'll avoid that spot tonight. You're right. You know, Bigfoot's pretty smart. And they're very highly telepathic, by the way. So there you go. There's a little quip on that. So there's the portal keeper. And so we're coming up to a really powerful portal. And again, I have crystals and all these kind of tools to help you get through it. And even if you don't, just keep in mind that this will be a really excellent time in this next week to start thinking about the future self, that version of you that you want to connect with and cycle around, go into that new cycle that we're creating. So we're going to pull, I forgot what these animal cards come, but there's a deck of animal cards, I don't remember. Let's see. Animal messages deck, okay? This was my daughter's deck, and I haven't used it hardly ever. I've never used it online before, so we're going to check it out and see what's going on there. I think this is flowing a lot better. I did have a video that I put on there of me going crystal digging, but I'll do those in a different... Ooh. We got the baboon. Yeah, I felt like kind of a baboon after I watched that reading. I tell you what, I hate yoking myself. Oh, yeah, well, you gotta have, you gotta have a sense of humor. At first you don't succeed, try again. At least I'm trying again. And I feel a lot better just throwing the phone up and just doing it this way and not having to mess with all that technology. That way it flows. And instead of doing 12 readings, I got a collective reading in. So I can really concentrate the information. It says, in love and declarations of passion, heartfelt communication is the key. So, okay. So there's a love, or if you want to declare your passion. Now, this doesn't have to be over just a lover or someone you have a crush on. This could be a declaration of passion for something that you enjoy doing. Again, that's what you need to have. You want to have that joy, that passion, the highest possible vibration, so you can align with the right avenue to get through the correct, go down the right timeline. You want to end up in the right place, not in the lower vibrations where you feel drained, but continuing to ascend. And that heartfelt communication and passion about that situation, as I have a passion for the crystals. There you go. All right, so that's with the baboon. I haven't seen that one. That's the big glue butt, That kind of matches the Portal Keeper's card. All right. I'm just having too much fun. Dolphin. This is, again, when in the medicine card, it's about breathing. And what this one says is tune into the rhythm of your breath and find stillness and patience. So that, again, is how to open up a portal through our own pineal gland through breath. And a lot of people do yoga and other tantric work, use stuff like fire breathing and all kind of stuff. There's things out there on YouTube that can teach you that. I am not that person. I know this, but I have experienced it, and it does help you to get into that correct mind state, into that 0 point energy, so that you can connect with the right portal, connect with the right energy, and open the portal within yourself so you can go traveling. Okay, remember, the veil is our perception, and once we open up that perception, so many more things can come along. What else we have, Spirit? All right, I like this a lot better. It's flowing. This feels more real. Oh my God, I can't deal with that computer anymore. It's wonderful for, doing a lot of things. I don't hate it. It's what I got for now. Dang thing, 9 years old. It just don't like that video stuff. Let's see. We got bison, or AKA the buffalo, or the Tatanka. So there we go. We got the buffalo. This is abundance. It says, recognize the riches of the past and the abundance of the present. Recognize the riches of the past and the abundance of the present. So again, it's being grateful for all the riches of the past. I'm grateful for my past self for bringing me these lessons, for getting me to where I am. One of the things I want to go back through this portal and as the future self to the first time I picked this card when I did crystals a year ago. You know, I'm just sending out as much love, light, and gratitude to that version of myself because she's about to go through some hellacious initiations and go through some heartache and disappointment, actually. So, good thing we don't always know what's coming, isn't it? Or we wouldn't do it. We would not do it. But I had no idea, so I went through the gauntlet, got my ass kicked, but I lived through it, and here I am. That's life, right, baby? So that was one of the richest of experiences that I had that got me to where I am today. Taught me not to take myself so seriously, for one thing. So there again, and so we're also focusing on being grateful for the abundance of the present. So the abundance of all you wonderful people out there and supporting me and supporting Mystic Hawk Crystals and just, you know, just supporting me in general through the Facebook group or on the comments, Instagram, all of it. It's deeply appreciated. Thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. I gotta try, you know. That's what the YouTuber wants from us. I just want to get on here and pull some cards and talk about crystals, really. Whatever. The Lion. Wow. Banish loneliness by reaching out to special friends. So some of you may need to reach out to special friends. One of the things I'm hearing, though, however, keep in mind they need to be the high-vibing friends that support you and join you in your joy, whether it be in the new love, your new abundance, the new business that you're building, whatever new path that you're on. May they be someone that really supports you, and if so, reach out to them, you know, share some things with them. So this would be a time, perhaps in that special friend group, that's who you're going to meet, that special person. You never know. That's often how it happens. Not always, but often. So we got the tarot cards out. Let's see what's going on with the tarot cards. You guys, what do we need to know for this Equinox Portal? Spirit, please let us know. Thank you ahead of time. That's going to make me cut the cards, right? They being stubborn. So y'all being a little stubborn out there, not really wanting to tell yourself what you want. Oh, I see what it is. We got the Four of Cups. See, there's that mermaid trying to offer him all the riches, all the pleasures, but he's just sitting there with his arms crossed, looking down, bored with the Three Cups he has, but she has the wonderful one. So, you know, if you're tired of the same old stuff, don't want to get off on that old exit and go around that old cycle again, maybe you want to turn around and grab that other cup. Keep going forward. Take another exit. I'm taking the crystal exit, you know, and the easy exit of don't mess with the computer, just throw up the phone because I have it with me all the time anyway. That means I can, no matter where I'm at or what I'm doing, I can stop and talk to you if I feel like it. That's what I'm going to try to do. I'm trying to get these videos out. I really am, between everything else I got to do. Oh, looky here. We got the Emperor. There it is. The Emperor wanting to build his empire, looking out. That's you guys looking out and saying, who do I want to be in the future? I want to be that emperor. I want to be in charge of myself, in charge of my business. But, oh, good God, we got this reversed high priestess. That's what I was saying. If you're going to reach out to the special friends, you make sure it's the right one and not the reversed high priestess. We need an upright high priestess to talk to, especially if you're talking about sensitive subjects, because this lady right here cannot be trusted. Oh, no, you don't want to share your secrets with her. She will not keep her mouth shut like the upright high priestess would. Yeah, she may not go and tell everybody your secrets, but she'll certainly use them against you when the time comes, right? You know, when the time comes and it's to her advantage. She has taken in all this knowledge and she can maybe not even know as much as she says she does. So be aware and be cautious in that area, okay, people? So please be careful. And also, You may be out of sync with your intuition. Again, a very good time to meditate. However you like to meditate best. It's this Eight of Pentacles. Up, back to the drawing board. I know that one. Well, that didn't work, or that old way that I've always done things doesn't work. Then you may feel the same way. Also, you may be in a job that's really drudgery and feeling like, oh my God, am I ever gonna not making enough money? A whole lot of work. Also, my motor mouth, I can't catch up with my thoughts, but my thoughts are thinking, this is what happens when we start a new business. We have all these ideals of, oh, let's get out and let's go do this wonderful, exciting thing. But when you realize you have to burn the midnight oil and you're still behind and haven't got all these orders filled, and you still have to get up and go to the day job, oh my goodness, it can get pretty hairy. And not sure, all the money hasn't come in yet for all the work. But this card is saying you might want to go back to the drawing board and see if there's anything you can cut out, streamline, take and use. There's only so much time in the day, so many hours in a day. We only have so much energy in our gas tank. So use it wisely, use it efficiently, just like you do your gas tank in your car right now because it's so expensive. Well, your energy is expensive as well, okay? So we got to use it wisely, and going back, doing the same things over and over again, expecting different results. It's insane. It's the definition of insanity. Not only that, it's a waste of energy gigantically, right? We don't want to do that. So, work smart and not hard. Smart thing to do for me is throw the phone up. It flows so much better. Okay. A few more cards here, please. A few more cards for the collective. What's going to be going on with that March 21st, that big energy shift? Oh, yeah, going right into Aries season with the Queen of Wands. She's ready to dance through that portal. She knows what she wants. She is fiery. She's passionate. She's got both her emotions and that powerful, fiery, masculine energy, whether you're male or female. If you're a fire sign, that's a masculine sign. Fire and air, masculine signs. Earth and water, the feminine side. So even though she's a queen, she still has a lot of masculine energy. She's got a lot of drive, not to mention a lot of sexual energy. She knows how to put that creative sexual energy to work and to work in her favor. So her and the portal keeper, as you notice, she's got, there's probably a cat. Yeah, she got a cat on her lap. There we go. Kitty cat, kitty cat. Okay, she works really well with the portal keeper because she knows what she wants. She wants to move forward, and she has a lot of passion for that, and that's what the kitty cat will open up the portal for. Yes, we like the passion. We like the joy. Keep moving in that direction. Highest vibrations bring the highest possible realities. Okay, and we'll be moving away from the old ways, the old belief systems, the Hierophant. We just did all that with the Sagittarius and South Node coming out of a resting period with this Four of Swords, waking up out of the slumber, getting that mental, having that rest, got some mental clarity. Now it's time to get back out into action. But there's a Hermit card, could be a Virgo involved. That Hermit might be, you need some rest. So that could be a sign when the Hermit comes up next to this card, is it's time to get a little bit more rest, perhaps burning this midnight oil a little too much. Time to have some time for yourself. Just take some time to be and allow those downloads to come in. Downloads will not be forced. Believe me, they don't get forced. They come in dreams. They come when we're sitting and daydreaming. That's when most of them come through. We have the reversed Knight of Cups, so some kind of offer's coming through, but it's a little shady, a little on the shady side when he's reversed. There's an undercurrent. That's what I feel. This is a water sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio could be someone like that, but really double check all the offers that are coming up. Make sure you're not going down one of those bad exits, going through the exit of the past and going through another one of those karmic cycles. We don't want to do that. We want to move forward and start a new direction. And what I mean by, karmic cycles, it's just old toxic cycles. I guess everything is kind of karma, because karma means cause and effect. So it could be dharma, like good karma, or living our passion, living our purpose. but make sure it's in alignment with you, and that this person isn't coming and I feel like in this particular situation, whether it be business or love, they may be misrepresenting or not even communicating it at all. Perhaps he decided he didn't want to give that cup, but usually when it's reversed, they're super sensitive, every little thing. And this doesn't have to be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but whoever this Knight of Cups is, they get really sensitive and take, you know, every little thing that you may say that isn't just right, they'll take it as a slight and think and get their feelings hurt, and then they get their feelings hurt and they might get a little vindictive or something like that. So be careful. Also could indicate someone a little too much in the cups, you know, with the drinking and perhaps other substances. Okay. We do have the Six of Cups, so remembering the past, perhaps connecting with someone from the past or the childhood, but also know that they're not this little kid anymore, that he could have grown up and his life went in a very different direction. He didn't pick his highest possible future. Perhaps he stayed in the past and stayed thinking too much about the past and losing the opportunities in the future as the adult, right? I remember when we were kids and it was so much fun, but you know, he still lives with his mom and he plays video games and eats candy or drinks too much, whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to diss anybody, but I'm just saying the reality, the memories of the past and all this nostalgia, and pair it up with the true reality, we really need to be aware of that. So we have the Seven of Pentacles that's waiting for the crops to come in after all the work of the 8. Just like I spent 3 solid days. I spent my entire weekend posting more crystals for everybody to enjoy and look at on the Mystic Hawk. Purchase if you'd like to have some of those at Mystic Hawk Crystals. But you know, I put them up there and now it's just time to wait. It's also when I'm also a gardener. This is what I do in my day job. So I plant things and wait for the crop to mature. I just bought some seeds today. I'm going to plant them, allow them to germinate, but it takes a good 60, 90, sometimes 120 days before I actually am able to harvest the fruit. So it may be 3-4 months down the line before I see the results of the planting. What else, Spirit? We have a couple more cards to pull. The card on the bottom deck was community. So community is going to be a real focus for this next year coming up. Really finding our tribe, really forming community. And that's another reason why I do these crystals, because they really help me to connect with you guys, talking about the crystals. Those of you at the bottom, helping me. Some of you that are bottom, I've had conversations with, and really learning and growing in the connection with the crystals being our little ambassadors to help us to get to know each other. So it is about forming tribe as well. And we are at a time of major transformation. So I think this is the biggest message of this portal keeper, this new portal that we're going through on the equinox. It's a major transformation. It's transforming from winter to spring, from the cocoon into the butterfly. So amazing transformation. We're all going to become new and beautiful, amazing and beautiful butterflies. Just kind of like, what was that in the Bugs movie? Someday I'm going to be a beautiful butterfly, right? Yeah, that's what the caterpillar would say. And he did sprout little wings and flew around at the end of the movie, right? So from the nature spirit, we have owl medicine. Oh, that is somebody that's a seer. That's being able to see beyond the veil, because that's people with owl medicine. They are born with being able to see things, born psychic, born being able to see in the dark that what other people can't see. They don't have the veil. They're able to see things. So it's about removing the veil and opening up. Also, owl medicine can be a little warning to watch out for people like that reverse 9 of Cups. Those kind of situations. Really look over contracts. If you're getting ready to sign contracts or start anything new, make sure everything is just right. Or me, for example, who, and one of my crystal listings on Etsy, I got everything perfect, except for I put the wrong video with the wrong crystal. Somebody brought it to my attention. She wasn't too upset, but hey, again, pay attention to the details, okay? Make sure everything is correct. Make sure that all the contracts are, all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, so to speak. All right, thank you guys. Thank you for clicking back on after that disastrous attempt at my premiere. I did erase that video and it's starting over here. So thank you. Thank you for liking, watching, sharing, subscribing. I really do appreciate it. If you have any comments about what your portal experience, if you had any portal experiences or mystical experiences, please let me know in the comments down below. I always love to read them. Thank you and have a wonderful time. Oh, thank you and sweet dreams, dreamers. Bye-bye now.